The Mushkegowuk Environmental Research Center, MERC, was created to provide an independent agency that could address the environmental information needs related to the James Bay area, thereby supporting meaningful evaluation by the member First Nation communities. The recognition of traditional knowledge as a valid form of science in land use decisions and research is also part of the MERC mandate, which can only be achieved through application of the expertise of traditional knowledge holders. Our goal is to develop an institutional infrastructure that works with all forms of science in the process of regaining lands and resource management authority. The Mushkegowuk Environmental Research Center provides policymakers, First Nations, industry, and the public with understandable and accurate scientific and technical information on environmental issues related to natural resources in the James Bay Basin. The migration of the contamination from abandoned radar bases into the surrounding ecosystem has led to many suspected but generally unconfirmed health issues for the Mushkegowuk, who rely on vegetation, fish and wild game items for a substantial portion of their diet as well as cultural identity. Elevated levels of PCBs in the blood of First Nation community members and an increased occurrence of illnesses among families who resided near the radar sites contributed towards the health concerns and the need for an in-depth investigation into Mid-Canada line contamination. The land is part of the Mushkegowuk cultural identity, therefore the health of the land is reflected in our people. The impact of Mid-Canada line contamination was documented using both traditional ecological knowledge and Western science.
When we collect a sample of fluid,
we have many experts who understand the land surrounding the radar sites and the changes that happened over the past 50 years. Community meetings and one-on-one interviews were crucial to our understanding of the Mid-Canada line impacts. Communities share our stories, such as the time someone tried to soften a moose hide in a small lake within Site 500 only to find that the hide fell apart when it was taken out of the lake the next morning. The song of the spring peeper frogs disappeared from Site 060 relay, which was later found to exhibit extensive PCB contamination. Mushkegowuk experts emphasize that the contamination from the site should not only be described in terms of the volume of contaminated soil and water, but the land, including all life around the sites. We asked people about which animals they harvested or ate from the sites, which animal parts, what kind of plants did they use, and about drinking water from the Mid-Canada line radar sites. The amount of animals and plants harvested from site is significant. For example, approximately 2,000 geese are harvested each year from the Site 500 area and over a dozen plant species harvested. Radar sites are consumed on a regular basis throughout the year, such as Labrador tea. Contaminated area warning signs were posted in the 1990s, which instilled fear and has led to many unanswered questions, such as what is safe to eat, is the water safe, and what are the human health consequences for consuming PCB contaminated food or water. We hope this video will be shared with all the impacted communities, families, and youth who the elders have stressed need to become aware of the history of the Mid-Canada line radar sites and its impact.